What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Bill Nye the Science Guy, another one of my childhood idols, went straight to shit. I would have loved for this guy to either, continue, have a reboot of his original show, or just fade out into existence with dignity. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this shit. He has a new show on Netflix titled Bill Nye Saves the World. And let me just say this. This show is just really, it's SJW's wet dream. That's all this show is. It totally destroys his legacy. I will not support it, but I'm just making this rant because I'm really pissed off with what I'm seeing. And look, it starts out, at least this one episode, he comes out, first of all, he's trying to be super hip, super down with today's youth, the music, it's just, everything is so cringeworthy with this show. I mean, the music wise, to the corny jokes, the editing, it's just shit. Okay. Without me getting too deep, this dude is one of these guys that, originally he was talking about, in an older episode, in his original series, how, women, there's two genders. Women have the X and X chromosome, men have the X and Y. Now, because I think because he's going with, he's going where the money is, which is why I believe that money and the arts shouldn't really influence art too much. I mean, I believe in making a living, but you shouldn't sell your soul to do it. This dude sold his soul, or it appears that he has. Now he's buying into the thing. Now there's a whole sex spectrum, and it's this whole thing where everybody wants to be special and unique, and everyone's trans, anamorphic, omnisexual, cow, gender. It's just everybody is something, and he's debunking his own with this show. He's debunking his own shit, which in the end shows that science is built on debunking theory by bringing facts, but he's a guy that doesn't like you to debunk him, and I suspect he doesn't like that because, I mean, you can see interviews, like he's been on CNN, been on Tucker Carlson, talking about how, like if you're against him, he doesn't believe in you being a skeptic. He says skeptics should be locked up, thrown in jail, even though that kind of is going against what makes science science. Science is you're supposed to go against theory, and build a bigger, better theory. But he did that with his own show, even though he didn't debunk it, but he questioned it. He's actually bringing something different to the table, which I believe is bullshit, which a lot of people believe is bullshit. But you see what I'm saying? It's a whole circle where he wants to be known as, because he still wants to be labeled as a scientist, even though he really isn't, because he has a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. But that's not to say that he can't have a affinity for science, but he's not a real scientist. And real scientists are still go by the male and female chromosome theory. They still go by that. It hasn't been debunked. I mean, but this dude is running with that whole shit because this is where majority of people go. This is why I tell y'all, this whole SJW atmosphere is where it's at. It's very valuable. And if you say what people want to hear, you can make money. And that's what this motherfucker is trying to do. So he's going into that realm. Even though, like I just previously stated, no, there's only two genders, a male and a female. And that's what I believe. And listen, don't take this as me bashing transgender or transsexual shit. Because look, I know some of them personally that are great people. I judge people by their character, by their heart. I've said this a billion times. I don't care what you want to do with your life. As long as you're a good person, you're not fucking with anybody, I'm cool with that. Hey, do whatever makes you happy. But I don't believe that your shit should be forced upon other people. You know what I mean? Let people grow into you. Let people, because everyone judges, let people judge you by character. As long as they're not fucking with you, that should be it. So I don't like my shit being forced on your shit being forced on me. Let's just leave it at that. Then you have with this show, one thing that drives me crazy is white people who like to what do you call it? What's the word? Deprecate. I forget the name, but they'll talk about themselves. You know what I mean? As if they're so fucking, they're all evil. You know what I mean? And he does this with a little skit of different flavors of ice cream. It's animated, and the vanilla ice cream is telling all the other flavors, no, you have to be like me. And you know, people got to realize, and this is something I've said again, yes, racism does exist. It's something that it can't be really defeated, because people will always find a reason in their mind to say why they're better than you. If it's not because of race, it's going to be because of intelligence. If it's not going to be because of that, it's going to be because of, oh, I have a better nose than you. I'm able to breathe in more oxygen. You know, people find reason. That's just how life is. People got to get over that shit. Racism is ignorance at its best. But people got to understand, majority of people are just fucking ignorant. But back to this white people talking about white people. When you have to go that far, and mostly white liberals do this type of shit. This is why I don't trust white liberals, because to me, they're the real racist ones. Because when you got to go super far out of your way, you know, to point that out and make yourself look like, well, I'm not racist. Look at what I'm doing. I'm doing it. It's sort of like, you know, I didn't see Get Out, but I know there's that one line where the white dude goes, I would have voted for Obama 3 times because the black dude was there. It's like, there's certain things that make me turn around and question your actions. And to me, those people are the real racists, because for you to, you know, the white people that I like are the ones that are just doing their everyday thing. They don't have to fucking go out of their way. They'll sit there, say whatever, and I respect it. You know, if they say, well, let me not say whatever, but you know what I mean. If they respect me, I respect them. I'm cool with that. You don't have to go fucking super out of your way to prove that I'm not a racist. Just don't do stupid shit. Just don't do racist shit. Don't do stupid shit. Okay, we good. You know what I mean? But this shit, you know, like, for example, how liberals get on TV, or they'll pass these policies, or they'll be we're anti-gun because we live in a great neighborhood, and they'll push that onto everybody. Oh, there's no need for this and that. or they're anti-gun, or I should say they're anti-gun in their neighborhood because they don't got to deal with certain shit in other neighborhoods. They're cool with being anti-gun there, but you keep your shit over there. Or another one, oh, 70% is passing for you. We understand. It's okay. You're disenfranchised. But in their neck of the woods, guess what? Their kids better be getting 90 and up. Guess what? They're not living by you. They're not sending their kids to your schools. So those are the real racists to me. Okay, so that whole shit with the ice cream, I'm not even giving that any fucking credibility or anything. It's just fucking stupid. Yes, there are people like that, and what people need to do is just stay away from them. The more attention you give them, the more power they get. Just stay away from people like that. It's as simple as that. What else did I want to say about the fucking show without going on too long? Oh, he had a dude on there. He had a chick on there, Rachel Bloom, I believe. She was from one of these reality shows, I think, and she did such a horrible rap song on there. And I was watching, who was it? Was it Hunter Avalon or one of these guys who compared that rap song to one of Amy Schumer's horrible stand-ups, and it most certainly was. It's basically Amy Schumer rapping, and she's talking about my vagina has a voice, and just horrible rapping, horrible singing. Look, Bill Nye, look, for me to wrap this up, Bill Nye became a complete SJW overnight. I will not be supporting this show at all. It's sad for me to get into that realm of, you know, what you believe is, you know, goes against what I like, and I can't support it, because that's something that a lot of liberals do. Because if there was a someone to come out and say, you know, that they're either conservative or they don't agree with liberals, they kind of get blackballed. That's why a lot of people come back and apologize for views that are considered outlandish, even though they're not really outlandish. It's just a point of view. But look, I don't want to be labeled a hypocrite, but I really can't. So I can't do it, because I don't believe that some of these people believe that shit themselves. Like I said earlier, I believe that you're just following the fucking money. But yeah, fuck that shit. I wish I could go back in time to my childhood and watch the original Bill Nye. That was the shit growing up. Watching that shit, Reading Rainbow, all those original PBS type shits growing up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's it. Bill Nye, you totally sold out, brother. And I hope your show fails. And that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Do not make science about fucking feelings, all right? And that's it. Peace, bitches.